Welcome to Math Plus, where math makes sense. This is a practice video where you will add fractions with unlike denominators. We have a lesson video, the link is above, where you'll learn how to do that. I want you to watch that first and then come back and we'll practice together. The name of the video is Add Fractions with Unlike Denominators. Your equation is 7/9 plus 1/2. I want to give you one hint. We learned this in previous videos. We have a whole sequential playlist where you have all the skills you need to add these fractions. One of the things we learned is that the denominator has to be the same. It has to be the same number down here for the denominator before you can add or subtract. So that's what you're going to figure out first. Pause the video, add the two fractions, and then come back. The first thing I need to do is convert 7/9 and 1/2 into a fraction that has a common denominator. Now first I have to find that common denominator, and the way to do that is to write down all the multiples of each of those numbers. I've got them written here. I know that that common multiple, that common denominator, is going to be an even number because I have a 2 here, so it has to be even. If I go through here and look, I have an 18 under my 9s, the multiples of 9, and then I also have an 18 for my multiples of 2. So that's my common denominator. Now I have to convert each of these two fractions into an equivalent fraction where they have the denominator of 18. So I'm going to do the 9 first. 9 times 2 equals 18. Whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. So 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times 9 is 18. And 9 times 1 is 9. So now I have my two numbers that I'm going to add. My denominators are the same. 14/18 plus 9/18 is 23 over 18. Therefore, since these are equivalent fractions, 7/9 plus 1/2 is 23 over 18. Now this is an improper fraction. We're not going to do anything with it. The next video in the sequential playlist addresses this, that once I add my fractions and I have an improper fraction, how do I turn it into a mixed number? But for today, for this lesson, we're only going to make sure we can add them. Let's go to the next one. We have 1/3 plus 1/8. Add the fractions and then come back. I have to find my common multiple. I'm going to write out my 3s, write out my 8s, and come up with a common multiple. And here I've already done it. And this one I had to write out a lot more before I could find a common multiple. And if you look here, we have a 24 and a 24. Now I'm going to find the equivalent fraction for each of these with the denominator of 24. 8 times 3 is 24. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8, they basically multiplied each other, didn't they? And then 8 times 1. I wrote them out. 8 plus 3 is 11, and I can add them because 24 stays the same at the bottom, and they both have the same denominator. If 8 24ths plus 3 24ths equals 11 over 24, then 1/3 plus 1/8 equals the same because they're equivalent fractions. This one is a fraction, and it's simplified. I want you to add 1/3 plus 1/4, add the fractions, pause the video, and then come back. I'm going to uncover my multiples. I've already written them out. And as I wrote out my 4s, I wrote out the multiples of 3. It's kind of like skip counting, right? You count by 4s, count by 3s. That's all you're doing when you write out your multiples. And I see, by looking at the two lists, the 12 is my common multiple. Write my 12 over here, and then I have to make an equivalent fraction. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12, and 4 times 1 is 4. I set up my new addition problem with the common denominators, and my answer is 7/12. So therefore, 1/3 plus 1/4 equals 7/12. And that's as simplified as that one will get. Not that I was asking you to simplify, but I just want to use that terminology. Figure out, if you're not getting the answers, pause the video and look at the work that I've done here and see where you're making your mistakes. We're going to do one more. I want you to add 4/6 plus 1/2. Pause your video and then come back. Now, I hope you've been doing this enough that you saw something different with this one. We have a 2 and a 6. They're both even numbers, but we also can see, if you didn't write your multiples and can see it, good for you. But we also can see that 6 times 1 is 6 and 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 is a multiple of 2 and it's a multiple of 6. So basically, 4/6, we're just going to multiply it by 1. We're not going to change it. It's already a common multiple. And we're going to multiply 2 by 3 to get to 6. 1 times 3 is 3. So the answer is 4 plus 3 is 7. And it's over 6. So 7, 6. Therefore, 4/6 plus 1/2 is 7/6. I want you to go to the description under the video, and there's a worksheet there so that you can practice doing this. You want to make sure you practice your math every time you learn. Sometimes we learn it, and then we don't practice, and then we'll forget it.